Hi, William Rawls here. As you can see, I've finally got a tripod set up and now things are stable, and I've set the thing up so that it's, just me and not too much more. This obviously is a very personal experience for me, but I believe that this can be a stepping stone for other people as well. That there are those out there who are already here in their own way. And that this book is more like an alignment to what I'll be talking about here next, actually. This has all completely changed my life in the space of only a few months. I guess I just wanted to put more of a human face on it than just the guy reading the book. Even so, let's continue. Already here, the vow of remembering, chapter 11, the thread of vows. 7 minutes. The Bodhisattva vow. The Bodhisattva vow will be brought up once. I felt it important to include a brief definition. At a certain point in the path, something shifts. Insight stops being just personal and a deeper vow arises, not from obligation but from love. The Bodhisattva vow is the heart's natural response to awakening. It is the quiet promise to keep returning, to keep practicing, not just for our own liberation, but for all beings. Even when it's hard, even when it hurts. It's not about perfection or sainthood. It's about remembering the field and choosing to remain for those still caught in suffering. A vow not to escape the world, but to love it awake. This was the Buddha's vow, and the vows so many have come before, millions over thousands of years. The vow of becoming. Let me say that again. The vow of becoming. I was surprised to find that the end of one path led to the beginning of another. In hindsight, that should have been obvious, but such is the way. I have chosen to take a new vow, one born from this journey, one I can remember often and act on frequently. This vow was made perhaps 20 days after the book was finished. I am awake, but I am not always awake. This vow is for those times between remembering, to practice, to take a step towards becoming. A vow made in this time of accelerating technology and advancing human awareness. A step away from habitual unbecoming, toward an awakened daily practice, toward a tipping point where those commonly awake are awake long enough to become the field continuously. Where continuous faith leads to continuous energy. Continuous faith, continuous energy. I'm going to say right now that's how I've been getting through a lot of this seemingly untouched, that this process of awakening while on chemotherapy. Somehow it's giving me energy. and more energy. I'm not talking about like steroids or pain pills or anything like that. I'm talking about this unshakable faith that I have now leads to unshakable energy, or like any amount of energy that I need that seems to be there. That continuous faith leads to continuous energy. That continuous energy leads to continuous mindfulness. Continuous mindfulness leads to continuous concentration. Continuous concentration leads to continuous wisdom. Continuous wisdom leads to continuous insight. Continuous insight leads to continuous let go completely. Let the field continuously be the field continuously. Change with the field continuously. Change the field continuously to catalyze becoming. I said, what did the Buddha do with this? My teacher replied, what did the Buddha do with this? He sat in silence beneath the Bodhi tree. It's a really big tree in India. It's a really big tree. Lives for a very long time. He sat in silence beneath the Bodhi tree for 7 days, not teaching, not speaking, simply abiding in the seeing. The texts say he sat facing the tree out of gratitude, not for the tree itself, but for the stillness, the space, and the conditions that allowed awakening to flower. After that, he did not run. He did not claim enlightenment as a crown. He did not crave to convince. He hesitated. He looked at the world burning in desire and fear and delusion and thought. This truth is deep, subtle, hard to see. Who could understand? Something moved in him, not duty, not ambition, but compassion from perfect clarity. He saw that some hearts were destless, ready to hear, ready to wake, ready to remember. So he rose, he walked, he found 5 old companions. He spoke simply, there is suffering, there is a cause, there is an end, and there is a way. And the wheel turned.